Namaskaram. Yes, yesterday I was very sleepy, so went away from the library fast. So, I think whose reel was I watching today? Makarandana and Matseka were there, but it was shared on some other channel, I think, or was it their channel? I think Sadhguru has announced Yogeshwar Linga consecration in January or something. I haven't been following much, so it should be happening, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's the news. So, ta-da. अरे लॉन्ग टाइम कौन है तू निकल कैसे ब्लॉक करता है इसको ब्लॉक दिस गई तपेश कसन हाँ हाइड यूजर फ्रॉम चैनल निकल जा तपेश निकल ब्लॉक तपेश ना ब्लॉक्ड नमस्कारम नमस्कार रिचा हाउ आर यू Bali experience I missed you तपेश I missed you I miss the good old Jaipur Udaipur days where we would simply eat Napoli pizza sit for 2-3 hours doing nothing talking nonsense. Namaskaram Vimalana, how are you? So I'm taking SSRI and suffering from social anxiety. So Anna, it depends on how long you have been taking the SSRI. I'm not a doctor, so it won't be right to tell you what to do with medication. It's always your doctor who will taper off. From my personal experience, what I've understood is these drugs do not help at all, but it's just my personal experience. There are a lot of people whom these medicines have helped a lot, and it didn't help me. And also, I read a lot of books which are written by psychiatrists, which say the only effect of these medicines are actually harmful. But does that mean that you should suddenly stop them? Definitely don't do that. If you suddenly stop them, it will cause you more harm. Just like alcohol or any other drugs, if you suddenly stop it, you will have withdrawal symptoms. So if you suddenly try to taper off an SSRI, it will cause you withdrawal symptoms. So you're written 2 months. So it's just not only tapering the medicines, you need to heal yourself. That is, you have to have some process which is healing your body. So maybe it's eating healthy, going for exercise, being with your friends, being in a good relationship, or whatever it is, doing yoga. So these processes should happen so that the body heals. At the same time, then you can taper off. If you simply try to taper off without working within yourself, then it will actually not work. So you see something that you can do, maybe, yeah, like Akash type, Akash slash Anas type, try Ishakriya, inner engineering, read Sadhguru books, exercise, hit the gym. You have to create some lifestyle changes. Jai Pashupatinath from Nepal. Namaskaram, random 999B. Do you own an NFT? Don't tell me you own an NFT of Board Ape Yacht Club. I'm upcoming participant of IE competition. Awesome, Anna. So do that. Along with IE competition, I would also suggest you do Surya Kriya or yogasanas, as these are powerful practices which will heal your body. So along with the inner engineering, after IE completion, after you keep up the sadhana for some time, add a hatha yoga practice also. Excuse me. Definitely Shambhavi will help, yes. For me, it has helped a lot. I'm sure there are millions of people who are able to come off their mental ailments and issues just because of the Shambhavi practice. But at the same time, I'll be very honest, there have been a lot of people who have also, not been able to just because of Shambhavi, because people vary in their, thing. But sometimes Shambhavi didn't work for them. But what they did was they added a Hatha Yoga practice, and a combination of this would do wonders for them. So I would say Shambhavi might work. There's a high chance it will work. But at the same time, if you feel like there's something missing, add a Hatha Yoga practice. Do you ever worry about the finance aspects of life? My YouTube channel is going okay, and we have a family business also now. So yeah, so it's kind of okay for me. So Vaishu, in the past, have you ever indulged in any kind of drugs or alcohol? Just asking before. No, actually, no, Praveen. I have not. I've been a teetotaler. I've never drank anything alcohol. Neither have I tried any of the substances. Only substance is Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and all this junk food. And of course, if in a way, since I've taken psychiatric medications, these are very chemically similar to all these drugs. So in that way, antidepressants like that I've taken, but none of the illegal stuff I've not taken. Awesome for your light. I hope you, in a few months time or in a few days time, whatever is needed for you, to come to this live and tell that you're feeling better and you're feeling good. I am waiting for that day where you'll come on this live and type that. That would mean, I think, a lot to all of us, right, guys? Yeah, that's one of the reasons also I make content and do these lives, so that in a way, we all have our struggles, we can connect with each other, and maybe it's just a story, which helps someone comes out of what they're going through. What about Sadhguru's view on law of attraction? I don't know what Sadhguru's view of law of attraction, but Sadhguru is all about responsibility. You have to be responsible. You have to respond to everything. So, and he always says this thing like, how do you know what you want? Because our desires keep on changing every now and then. But if we align ourselves with the existence, the best will happen. Not what we think needs to happen to us, what life needs for us, that will happen. Should I choose Hatha teacher training or Sadhanapada? I want to learn and practice Hatha Yoga, but not really sure about teaching it. So if you want to learn Hatha Yoga, then Anna, neither Sadhanapada nor Hatha Yoga teacher training is needed. You can just go to a regular teacher one by one and learn all the Hatha Yoga practice. Or there are like 21-day retreat programs that happens in the ashram. Or Hatha Yoga teachers also do it. So you just go to the program, learn it, and that's it for your own sadhana. That's it. You don't need to go for sadhanapada. Sadhanapada is something, if you feel like you need to intensify the practice, if you want to stay in the ashram for some time, if you feel like there's something you want to do in the world, you're a little bit confused, you want clarity regarding the next thing in your life, then you do it. But just learning Hatha Yoga teacher training, neither Sadhanapada nor Hatha Yoga teacher training is needed. Because actually, yeah, that's what I would say. What is the power of mind in healing the body? I actually don't know what is the power of the mind. Like, it's not like I'm not an expert in this matter to quantify something, but I'm sure there are a lot of aspects. If you keep your mind healthy, it'll happen, but it's still limited. Our mind can deceive us, right? It keeps on deceiving, it keeps on jumping here and there. So more than the mind, I think the yogic practices work on the, like Sadhguru says, on the energy system. Once that is there, a lot of things will happen for you. Can you define shunya? It's one thing I cannot have not been able to answer in my lives also. It's something that one has to experience, because how will you define emptiness? The moment you put a definition on it, that means it's not actually empty, right? So there is no definition for it. Anna, I'm planning for Isha Hatha Yoga teacher training. Could that be taken up as profession once you research? Yes, you can practice it as a profession. But before you go for it, I would highly suggest. Okay, there's a mosquito. It's trying my plate. I killed it. Now the karma is mine. So the thing is, before you go for it, there's a video with Mukulana I have made. Please, it's a long video, 3.5 hours, but it takes care of every aspect of Hatha Yoga teacher training. So please make sure you definitely listen to it. Just type Mukulana Hatha Yoga teacher training. in the YouTube, and you should find it. It's a very long format video, podcast format I've made it. So please listen to it. All your doubts will be cleared in that. Okay, guys, thank you for coming to the live. I hope I was able to answer a few queries. And yeah, please, yes, Richa, please check it. You can listen to it every day, 15 minutes, or you can have time stamped it actually. So you can go through the questions, what all I've asked him, and you can listen to it. I would highly suggest you listen to the full video. Then you'll actually get a clarity. Like, it's a very well made video. Means I'm not talking about the edits or anything, but it's a very highly value adding content for someone who's looking for a hatha yoga teacher training, because everything, whether it's the profession, whether it's the money, how the training happens, what kind of things you need, what is given to you, why 5 months, how many hours you need to be there, all these things, it's there in that. Yes, the fear of exams. Yeah, I get that. How to get Rudraksh? You can ishalife.com now. So there's a the ishalife.com, when you type Rudraksh, there's also a guidebook. If you click any Rudraksh, there's a guidebook given. You first go through the guidebook, entire guidebook, read it. Then you'll know which Rudraksh you might need. Namaskaram, Anna. If it's vibrating or shaking, that's okay. Just let the body do whatever it needs, but you just neither try to control it nor try to aggravate it. Have you created any WhatsApp group for Isha meditators in which they can clear it out? So Mohanana is a Discord group. It should be there in the link in my this video. Or please check any of my previous videos other than the live. Always I put the link in the Discord. I mean the description. Discord is like it's a it's a it's a WhatsApp group, but more supercharged on around like Shambhavi, like highly with a lot of categories and everything. It's much more easier to use. So yeah, just finish my meditation. Is it okay to meditate at night? So night, and as long as it's not midnight, it's fine. Like the midnight timings is not conducive for most of us who are in the family thing. Only for aesthetics, it's good. Okay, guys. Good night. Thank you for coming on the live. Bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow.